Hi, everybody. Um, Thanks for joining. We're gonna just let people filter in. Give it 1 second, please. Sorry for the late start.
Okay, no board members in the attendees, at least as of yet.
Okay. Okay, so welcome everybody. This is the February meeting of Community Board Two's Manhattan Community Board Two's Street Activities and Resiliency Committee. Thanks for joining, and thanks for all accommodating the virtual meeting to accommodate apparently extremely cold temperatures in the CB2 office, which we did not want to subject people to. And so, under the emergency order, we've decided to hold this virtually for now. Should be back to regular meetings hopefully next month, back in person in the office. So again, thanks everyone for joining. So we have here on the Zoom today myself, William Benish, chair of the Street Activities and Resiliency Committee. We have Eddie Siegel and Rocio Sands as well on the committee. And we should have our vice chair, Erica Olson, who's joining any second now. So I think in the interest of time, let's go ahead and get started. And the way we typically do this is we just go in order as it's listed on our agenda. And here's Erica, the vice chair now. So we're going to go ahead and kick it off. So the first item on the agenda is the Coffee and Clothes ex Laneige event. If you're here for, if you would call you out, if you could please just raise your hand and we'll promote you. And then for those who haven't been to one of these meetings before, we typically start off with questions from the board, and then we open up to public comment as well. So we'll do it that same fashion for each application today. So Laura, thank you for joining.
Hi.
Oh, good
Hi,
to see you.
Good to see everybody again. Laura Smaragdakis, GSS Security Services. We're talking about the Coffee and Clothes February 6th guest queue. It's a pop-up activation. Laneige, and I'm probably saying it wrong, is a lip balm skincare brand. It's a Korean lip balm skincare brand. It's over at 45 Grand Street. That's an event venue. And they want to promote the brand. I'm going through the questionnaire, so if I'm off track, just let me know. We will not be blocking any prohibited areas. We're doing a single file guest queue on the south side of Grand Street between West Broadway and Thompson. We're expecting 500 total guests over the course of the day. It's 70 maximum at any one time. We'll start setting up the rope and stanchions at 9 a.m. 10 a.m. the venue opens, 6 p.m. the venue closes, and by 7 p.m. the street will be cleared. We're not serving any food or drink. We're not featuring any giveaways. There is no amplified sound. This is being promoted through social media. There will be no stickering, stenciling, or chalking, no celebrities or influencers. It's a rope and stanchion setup on the partial sidewalk closest to the building side as opposed to the curb side. And we will have a security there for line management. It is timed and ticketed. Brand ambassadors would be picking up any trash. That is my security and safety plan. And yes, the venue is ADA compliant.
Erica, you're muted.
Oh.
Thanks. I have a question. Laura, isn't the south curb lane a bike lane?
The south curb lane is a bike lane, which is why we have to use the sidewalk.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm like.
Just for the safety of everybody.
Right. This is a tough venue for us.
This is a tough venue for you guys. Yes, I know.
Is this the one that there's just not room?
Yeah.
There's no room. There's no place to really intelligently put any kind of guest queue.
Like they have to go single file and you have to stay. Are you gonna go on the, sorry, maybe you said this, on the outside of the
We're
outside of
going
the sidewalk or
closest
against the
to
building?
the building side just because we've got a dog park there, which gives us a little wider sidewalk. And that's really the frontage that we're talking about using. It's about 75 feet long. And if we're anticipating holding between 70 and 75 people, we could do that in a single file line with them all kind of close together and still leave space on the sidewalk for the public to pass.
Do you still get 5 feet?
You will technically, the entire sidewalk, I think, is 7 feet, 0.06 inches at that point. So we might be marginally less than 5 feet, but we can leave the majority of the sidewalk available to the public.
I mean, in the past, we've honestly denied this venue just because
I
there's,
know.
I mean, you're the best there is, I think, at like managing the line and keeping, but there's not 5 feet. We can't get the clearance that's legal. And
No
there's like
matter which way you slice it. And if you
No, I
go from the
know.
start of the venue, the sidewalk isn't even 5 feet.
No, we've gone
You
and
know,
measured it.
right.
I know.
Yes.
And there's that big planter right there.
Yeah, no,
on
it's
the
there's
outside.
there's nothing working in our favor here.
Why
So
does this
I,
venue allow, like, we've asked applicants before, like, this venue, I don't think I think the venue should flag that they can't adhere to SAPO rules outside the venue.
I can't speak
I
for
know,
the
you're
venue.
like, I
You know
don't
what I
do
mean?
that.
Like I'm stuck between a
I
rock
know,
and
I
a hard
know,
place
I
when
know,
it
I
comes
know.
to that. So the best we can do is manage it as properly. Now I know that the venue lets everybody know that it's got to be timed and ticketed because we can't be overrun. That particular block cannot be overrun. So in the course of the past few months, what I've noticed is more kind of cooperation in terms of understanding that no matter what we do, we're still not going to get through the community board with flying colors. It's never going to happen.
I know, and it truly is not a commentary on you. You've been great. It's really a commentary on the venue.
That's how they make their living, So at the end of and Soho's the hot place. And,
You're telling us.
I'm born and raised in Manhattan. There's other neighborhoods we can go to. I've shared that over and over again.
I guess they could have chosen a better place, right?
They want that flavor. I'm guessing I'm not an event planner. So, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, safety, security, public safety, that kind of thing. That's what we do.
I think the only way it really remotely works is you have to cut people off with a very short line. And if it's 400, 500 people, it feels like the line might be longer than that.
Well, that's also over the course of an 8-hour day or a 9-hour day. So when you get the timed and ticketed, the venue's max capacity, we're kind of anticipating, and this is, kind of where we tell the event planners, you always have to anticipate that you're going to have that overflow. We have to control the overflow, which is why I keep coming back to you guys for a sidewalk SU.
Okay. I mean, I think we've said a lot about this venue in the past, and it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Does anybody on the board have any comments or questions? If not, we'll go to the public.
What do you have and sorry, I signed on late, my bad, maybe you said this. Do you have a line, like either where you're gonna cut it or how many people? Are you gonna go all the way to at the end of
I can't go all the way down to Thompson. Again, what we're envisioning or what we're trying, the space that we're trying to use, which is very difficult to show on the SAPO template for the site plan, is the space of the sidewalk that has the dog park, but we have to leave an entrance at that dog park. So what the client has been told at the end of the day is we only have about 70 to 75 feet because we can't stop access to the residences and the, other businesses and things like that. And the dog park is part of that neighborhood.
Okay. I would just ask, I don't know if you guys have already, have you reached out to like the tenants, residential and commercial of that block, just to let them know or give them a contact number in case?
I know the venue has done that. The venue has blanketed both sides of the street, but definitely that south side of the street and been in touch with all of the neighbors.
Got it. Okay. And I know I work in beauty. Laneige is very popular.
Is
so
it
I would
Laneige? Thank
expect- Yeah, you
you.
said it correctly.
Okay.
I would expect a lot of people. I mean, I know it's timed and ticketed, but I feel like if they hear about it, if people post about it, it's going to be a thing. Anyway,
Yeah, I mean, I think we need to just keep highlighting to SAPO that this is a problematic venue, and I think it's part of the list that we may have flagged to Councilmember Marte as well, but we should probably re-highlight this particular venue, because there's just no way to, you just can't do, I mean, you can't reasonably do a 5-foot lane, because I don't know, I think any person standing on a line will probably take up more than 2 feet, because you're not standing perfectly still. I don't know. That's my take.
in a coat right now.
yeah.
You're wide.
Yeah. Okay, anybody else on the board? If not, we'll go to the public. Can someone allow Darlene to speak, and then Pete?
Hi, good evening, Will and the rest of the committee. It's nice to see you. Happy New Year. Darlene Lutz, this is my neighborhood. This venue is very well known. You know, one of the last massive events that was there was for Marty Supreme. Timothy Chalamet did show up. It wasn't announced, but he did show up. The line for that event went from the event space to Thompson Street, from Thompson Street down Thompson Street to Canal Street. And this was by the loading docks of Soho Grand Hotel. They might want to be talking to the manager of Soho Grand, because she has a heart attack every time there's an event at this space and blocking their loading docks. And also it goes by the MTA work site. Plus, it's snowed, in case you haven't noticed. This event is in, what, 4 days? Yeah, none of that stuff. It's a garbage show around here. So there's that, and it's not going to disappear.
Am I
think Dar-
allowed to,
When
can
you
I
cut
say
out.
something here? I wasn't part of that.
That went from, it went down.
Sorry, Darlene, I
You're
think
cutting
you're
out.
cutting out a bit.
Then it came up 6th Avenue to the other hotel, 6th and Grand Street. So it was a huge loop of hundreds of people. And yes, Laneige is a very, very popular brand. And I was just out of my sick bed because I have had flu A, and it's as bad as everybody has said it is. But I got a little exercise around in the hood, and there was just an event over the weekend at the Arlo Hotel, Soho, and it was indoors. There was a line a block long to get into it. And I know some of the people there. I mean, this was just like pop-up handbags where you had to shop. I mean,
So, Darlene, I'm sorry. I thought the Chalamet one was a different venue, though. Wasn't that the one
No,
next to the youth center?
no, it was,
I feel like there were multiple, Will.
Maybe he went to multiple places.
there was Di Lorenzo. It's, it's the old weldings, the old welding garage, which is Di Lorenzo, and it, is refashioned. It's used a lot. I mean, it's
Okay.
Darlene, you
big
don't
garage
know. Did you
space.
check if we permitted that Marty Supreme one? I don't think we did. You
No,
don't know,
it
do
didn't
you?
come.
There was the Marty Supreme one that we did where they told us he wouldn't show up. That was the one over by the St. Patrick's Youth Center or whatever it was called.
Yeah, no, this was a different one. And, and I talked to people, waiting in line. I mean, because it's a lot of young women, and I'm like, what is bringing you out standing around for hours? So I
Do
asked
you have
them
any
how-
photos of the one at 45 grand? Because we didn't know about that one at all. We only knew
Oh, yeah.
about the other one.
No, I get most of them, but it's just, look, it's a very, very popular space. And I think this security firm does most of the security for it, frankly, because I've seen their jackets, the guys in the jackets. GCC, is it? So they're familiar. So I'm happy that,
PSS.
GSS. So, kudos to them for, coming to community board too. But this is frequently used. And I think there's actually another one on the agenda tonight for the same location.
No.
So,
No,
no, it's not the same location. Okay.
no.
But anyway, it is, I don't know. I don't really know, I'm not going to minimize it. There are going to be hundreds of people showing up for this. They're not going to wait for their time tickets. They're going to hear about it.
Oh, okay.
You cut out again, Darlene. We can't hear you. I'm gonna message her that she's cut out.
Should
Pete, why-
I just
Why don't
go
you go?
ahead?
Yeah.
Great, thank you. I'm here to speak about another item, but since this one is up, it was mentioned that, well, this location needs to make a living. But if this location itself is not possible to comply with the rules, then why, it's not a right to do this business. That's why they come here. They get a license, in essence, from the city to do these kind of events. I know you guys don't have much power, and I really appreciate all the work and time you put in, but it just seems that this location, and Laura, I know you're great, but the venue itself is essentially, fundamentally non-compliant and will always be non-compliant. So I just question, maybe under the new mayor, under the new administration, things will be looked at somewhat differently. I don't know if you have any word on that. But anyway, I'm just putting in my 2 cents that when a venue cannot comply with the rules of the city, it shouldn't be allowed to do events that fail to comply. Thank you.
Thanks, Pete. Pete, I have a question for you. Are you just, when you say failing to comply, are you mostly referring to the 5-foot pedestrian walkway, or are there any other
Well,
issues that you see?
the 5 foot there, maintaining space around residential doors. On that block of Grand Street, there are residential buildings. So, but essentially, yes, if it says you got to have X number of feet clearance on the sidewalk, and due to the makeup of the infrastructure, that's not possible. Yeah, that's what I mean in this case by not being able to comply. Thanks for asking.
Thanks,
Okay.
Pete. I'm just noticing Adam's comment in the chat about the idea of queuing people in the floating parking lane across the street and then crossing them over a few at a time over the bike lane. We haven't had anyone try to do that. Laura, have you guys thought about that at all?
We have actually, and we had some pushback from the precinct actually that was more dangerous for us to do, including using the parking spaces that are the floating parking spaces next to the bike lane. That at least the conversation that I've had a couple of times with the first precinct is that is not desirable, and they were opening people up to a bigger risk of physical injury.
Got it.
All right. I think,
Aaron.
look, I think we're gonna take it back to SAPO, obviously, and continue to emphasize issues with this venue, but I think we're all kind of on the same page at this point, so I think we should move to the next one. All right. Thank you, Laura.
Laura.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Okay. Next up, DKNY Little Sweet Treat. And I think there are 2 events, so we could just do those together.
Promoting Christina Yee.
Okay.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Christina. Welcome.
Christina.
Thank you. Great to meet you all. This is my first one of these, so if I'm missing any information or have any questions, definitely happy to answer. I'm the head of community at Little Sweet Treat. We are a New York City-based candy brand. We're known for our pick and mix style, globally sourced sweets. And we're looking to partner with DKNY this upcoming weekend for Valentine's Day. They're launching a new colorway of one of their tote bags that's very like New York-centric commuter tote. So that's why we're excited to partner with them. We have 2 locations. So on the 6th, we're looking to activate at Washington Square North on the north side between 5th Avenue and Washington Square South or West. And then on the 7th, we're looking to activate in Soho on Mercer Street between Spring and Broome. For both days, we are trying to serve 375 people at the maximum. So we're going to give out that amount of candy. And then every 150th person, so 2 bags per day, we'll be doing a giveaway of the tote bag. It does exceed the limit of $50. So they'll be given a voucher with no cash value to be picked up at a later date at one of our stores. We have our truck, but no crazy equipment, no amplified sound. In terms of promotion, we are having DKNY's internal PR team do some media outreach to local media, and we have content creators promoting the event online before and also during the event on Friday. Yeah, let me know if there's any other information you need from me.
Do you have a site plan for the?
We do,
Yes.
yes.
I think I can share that if it was, did you guys submit one or no?
Yes, I emailed it to Florence.
I don't see it in the drive. I just see the questionnaire.
Same.
Do you see it, Erica?
No, it's not I looked at the Washington Square and the Mercer, they're not there.
Okay, let's just go through the questionnaire really quick. So, the Mercer one is the address is 95 Mercer.
Yes.
Is that right? Okay.
Where 95 Mercer is between what, Howard and Grand?
It's on the corner of Mercer and Spring.
Oh. Okay.
And the hours are,
The hours for Saturday will be 11 to 5.
and it'll be different on Friday or the same?
Yes, on Friday it'll be 1 to 7. So it'll be 6 hours both days, but we just kind of adjusted it based on when people are working.
The Washington Square Park one is 1 to 7.
Yes.
Okay, and then do you have a site plan that you could share on your screen? Because it just didn't come through.
Yes.
That would be helpful. Is it just like a normal size branded food truck?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me pull up the site plan. So this is the site plan for, oh, sorry, this is for the site plan for Washington Square Park.
And sorry, what's the exact address there?
This one is, I believe, 170 Washington Square North. Sorry, 17 Washington Square North.
Will, are you speaking?
Yes, sorry. So that's the normal spot, I think, where we usually have trucks. And it's a pretty wide sidewalk, so you would just run the queue along the curb.
Yes.
And it's just people coming up, getting a bag. Is there any other giveaway or is there any other activation around it?
The only activation is so our truck, when it flips open, there's candy bins on the side where people can make their candy bag, and then they're kind of on their way. The only other thing is everyone 50th person will get the voucher for a free bag, tote bag.
I see. Okay. So it's really just people lining up for the candy and then some will get the free bag.
Yes. And like we estimate people will be in and out of the candy area in about a minute.
Okay.
Will, do you want to see this one, or can you pull up the Mercer one?
Yeah,
Christina?
Nicole to Mercer.
For sure.
How? Okay. Sorry, how far from the curb? Like, how far from the curb is 95 meters?
Hmm?
Like that map makes it looks like it's closer to Broome, but if I look at 95 Mercer,
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
it's like actually right by the corner of.
closer to the spring. Yes, it's like right on the corner by the Vuori store.
And where
So is
you're
the
gonna,
line supposed to? Yeah.
sorry,
line
I'm asking the same question. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Will.
No, I was just gonna say, where's the line gonna go?
The line's gonna be right flush against the truck because people need to move through to be like really close to the truck to get the candy.
But will it go, so you're on Mercer and you want the line to go up towards Spring.
Sorry, the line will go towards Broome, but the arrow's going the wrong way. But that's where
Okay.
like, the stanchion. The line will flow towards Broome.
Yeah. Because you can't really wrap it around the corner of Spring because it's.
Yeah.
I don't think that
'Cause it's
works.
Spring.
There.
Have you, I mean, I'll say a few things about Soho. Like, one, you can probably tell from the last application, Soho's just inundated with this stuff and it's really problematic. So I think there's like enough sidewalk space to keep 5 feet, but you really have to, how many like BAs? Because we really need you to keep it single file on the curb. I mean, Soho on a Saturday is busy.
Yeah, there'll be 3 team members from Lowell Sweet Tree, and then on DKNY's end there'll be 3 to 4 per day. So like we'll be very diligent in keeping the line moving.
Okay. And like I'm seeing, like there's a lamp post, right? Like here, let me share my screen so you can see what I'm referring to. Like, okay, so you're parked like here, roughly where this grate is, right?
Yes.
And then you wrap it down here, but like even if there's trash, like they can't go over here, right? Because then you're blocking this. You need to like cut it and then they go right here. And where the lamp is, you need to cut it and then they go right here. Like this has got to stay free and clear, both like for the commercial tenants, for the residential tenants, for general Soho residents, quality of life. Are you confident you can do that?
Totally makes sense. I think that the front of the truck will stop like kind of before where the trash cans are, and then the line would go the other way. And we're
You want
not
it to go up towards Spring?
we're not anticipating the line to be that long, based on the length of time and number of people.
That's fine. You just have to like that if it goes up towards Spring, it cannot wrap around. You guys have to cut it. You have to say come back another time, whatever. It cannot go to Spring.
That totally makes sense. I'll make note of that and make sure that our brand ambassadors are aware.
Okay. So you're
But why
gonna
sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, why is it that you think it won't attract that many people? Because the store is really popular. I've been there multiple times. There's often a line at the store itself. So why are we saying it's not going to attract a lot of people?
Typically with our events, the line moves very quickly, so people will be kind of flowing through continuously through the line. The way that the bins are set up is it one bin and like one row of bins, so like people can go through the line, multiple people at a time. So the line will be flowing quite fast.
They're just handing off candy.
But
Okay.
they stop and pick their bag. Like it's not just like a
Yeah.
handoff. They also pick out of the bins and fill the bag, right, Christina?
Yes. But because they're all, it's like not, they're not stacked on top of each other like in our stores. There's about 3 or 4 rows. It's just one singular row of candy, so people can just move through continuously in a flow.
Okay. Got it.
And what's your expectation for total number of people for each day?
We're only bringing enough candy for 375 people over the
Okay.
6-hour day.
So that might sell out pretty fast.
Correct.
And if you could, probably at both, but especially in Soho, like that Viore store and then the residential units that we saw when we were just looking at the map, if you could like leave a flyer with contact information so that if there's any issues or whatever, they can't get in their building, just like someone for them to contact if they have issues, that would be excellent. Have you guys talked to Viore yet or no?
We have not, but that's definitely something I can do.
Okay. I'm good, Will.
Anybody else? Okay. Thank you, Christina.
Thank you.
Thank
Appreciate
you,
it.
guys.
Okay, next we have team by 2. I'm not sure if they were gonna come. Anybody here from team by 2? Okay. Please raise your hand if team by 2. So we're Edward Troiano. Okay,
Not seeing any
Um,
hands.
okay. Well, let's go to the next. Going back. Carolina Herrera Fashion Show. Anyone here from Carolina Herrera Fashion Show?
Adam, I think is here
Liam?
for that.
Promoting Liam. And another Liam.
Hi, everybody. How are you?
Liam.
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. We're getting close to Fashion Week, so sleeping all the time for sure. So I think it might be easiest if we just go, if I could present the deck, but I'll give you some brief information about the event in advance, and then I can present what I have. So this is a Carolina Herrera Fall Winter 26 fashion show. Bureau of Attack, with the company I'm working for, is producing the event. It's a standard fashion show where they present to buyers and clients and other people in the fashion industry. And yeah, just looking through the questionnaire quickly. Oh yeah, guest count is around 350 to 400. Load-in dates are Tuesday, February 10th, Wednesday, February 11th. Both of those days we're going to be in this space from 7 to 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. We will have on the show day on February 12th, we'll be in there from 4 a.m. to 6 p.m., a little bit of a longer day. Doors open at 9:30 a.m. for all guests. So that's when you'll have a sort of influx of guests for the show. And then the show is all of 15 minutes. So by 10:30, most people should be out. We are loading out immediately after the show. So we should be out of the space, as I said, at 6 p.m. Yeah, so I can present my deck very quickly just so you guys can have a peek. Where's that deck? Sorry, hold on one second. It's giving me a hard time here. There we go. Okay. So this is the site. All guests, crew will be arriving at, sorry, make it a little bigger, 25 Little West 12th. There are sort of 3 entrances. We'll have VIP check-in, crew, and general admissions, and then the loading dock. Obviously, the VIP check-in wouldn't be used for load-in dates or load-out for that matter. Most people will be coming through the loading dock or just crew check-in. This is the portion of the street, give or take, that we have permitted and that we'll be using. And we have it for load in until the end of the show and load out. This is our current plan for guest drop off. So we have Winix for traffic guards position for arrivals. And then this is a traffic flow. We have guest drop off here. And then obviously the cars will leave this way. We have general admissions here, VIP, as I mentioned, some security guards outside as well, just to help the PR teams for check-in. And then we have a press pit just in case. For Carolina Herrera, typically there isn't that much paparazzi, but just in case they do just decide to come, we have barricades. And just, sorry, stanchion and barricade plan, just so you have a sense. These are the barricades here in green. Sorry, if it's too small, just let me know. And then we have stanchions for VIP and GA. There is a little sort of entry chamber here, kind of, and you can see that the stanchions keep going in. So we're really gonna keep as much of the line inside as possible so it doesn't sort of snake out the back. What else am I missing? Anything I'm missing?
All the load in and load out you're going to be doing. You're not doing any like construction or anything on the street, are you? You're just literally bringing stuff inside.
Correct.
Okay.
In fact, there's not really any construction happening inside the venue. Most of the pieces are pre-built. So just sort of putting them up.
And there's no like sound or lighting elements outside or anything?
Not outside, just inside the building.
Okay.
And you know, per the contract with the venue, it's like basically limited in terms of the hours that we can do loud sound. They're aware of the exact timing of the show. And if it's not within reason, they will tell us to stop and we will have to stop per the contract.
So it's basically just a queue line and a press pit outside, and
that's it.
The line is not gonna last for that long.
No.
Okay. I think you can unshare.
Sweet.
Okay.
My only question is, I know we have it on our sheet. I know sometimes it's kind of weird. We have it on our sheet that you are only applying for the curb lane, but the diagram looks like you want some of the sidewalk as well. Is that in your application?
I mean, we're probably, the sidewalk's almost like backup because like they said, the lines we don't really have a line because guests the guests for these fashion shows literally show up 15 minutes before the show starts. So people go right in. So it's almost like the queues would just be for a backup purpose, but we don't expect to use them.
Okay, so you're not including it in your application.
Right.
If you end up using it, are you going to pay the community post show?
Absolutely.
Yes, if needed. Yeah.
Really asked for your shows?
And
Sorry.
we also reached out, I'm sorry, we also reached out to Kevin and Evan at the Meatpacking Association, so they're aware anytime I file a permit, usually in their district, I just give them a heads up. And I'm actually going to be there myself for this show, so I'll be our team's site manager with a couple other traffic managers. I'll be there at 8:30 in the morning.
So have you used this building before for your shows?
We did, I think we did Michael Kors. Who was it?
Yeah,
Mike,
we've done it for a few shows. I believe Michael Gucci, and we also did Brandon Maxwell there.
So it's been a couple years, but yes, we have used the same venue before, but I think it was 2 years ago.
How did it go?
Great. I was there myself again for that show. It seemed to go pretty smooth. No real issues. Yeah, no lines. No. Sidewalk was open the whole time. It's a pretty quiet, decent, quiet street, cobblestone street, especially in the morning at that time.
Anybody else have anything? I'm good on this one, I think.
Yep. Same.
Okay. Thanks
Thank
a lot,
you, everybody.
guys. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right, so next we have the Mio Mio production, staging, and guest arrivals.
Mew Mew.
Sorry.
Fashion Week isn't our strongest pronunciation month.
Could someone pronounce Louis or Louis? Are we able to promote them?
Sorry, my something crapped out here, so I'm using my personal computer for a minute, but I
Okay.
will promote.
Are you able to make me a co-host
Yeah,
also?
That's a good idea. I'll do that right
Will
now.
and I could help.
Yeah. All right, I just promoted.
Louis.
Yeah.
Yeah, according to this, there's no Wi-Fi in the office, and yet I'm using the Wi-Fi on this machine, so I don't understand, but it's not your problem. Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, Louis, hi. How are you?
Hey, good evening, everyone. How are you this evening?
Good. How are you?
Good. Just don't kick it back to me for the pronunciation because it's not my strong suit either.
Is your
For
name Louis or Louis?
Lewis works.
Louis. Okay. Go ahead.
My name's Louis Yori with Sheen and Son Security, on behalf of Mew Mew. And here we have a very simple, we're requesting the north curb lane of 13th Street between 9th Avenue and Washington Street, simply for guest arrivals who are coming from a screening over at the Village East in Sprinter vans. There's going to be a max total of 10 Sprinter vans that they have. It is a private screening, and this is they're going to Chez Margot, which is being used as a little after party space for all of the attendees. In terms of production, we have one production element in the morning, around noon, where they're going to look to drop off a DJ booth for inside the venue. Other than that, we're just requesting the spaces just to ensure a seamless drop off for those vans. They are not remaining on site. It is simply just getting the guests from one venue to the other venue, and then the Sprinter vans will be on their way.
Okay. What time, what's your run of show? What is the timing here?
Film should end around 8:15. Between 8:15 and 8:45, they'll make their way over. So we don't anticipate all 10 Sprinter vans arriving at the same time. It'll kind of be staggered a little bit. And the event is over at 11 p.m. 11:30, excuse me. Everything is done in-house, so there's no box trucks or production element for any loadout elements. Simply just departures at that point.
Does anyone have the application? When I click on the application, I see the one for the East Village, which is not the. Oh, I see. There's East 12th and West 13th. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And how many people are? Sorry, how many people do you expect to attend the after party?
Total of 250.
Okay.
Check-ins all being done inside. And throughout the day.
But you're gonna get 250 people in 10 Sprinter vans, or they're gonna do loops?
No, so there's 150 coming from the venue and an additional 100 joining just for the party itself at the end.
Okay, but there's no like red carpet or step and repeat or paparazzi?
Negative.
Okay, cool.
And sorry, what was the address one more time for the after party?
It's at Chez Margot. Just bear with me. 402 West 13th.
Did you contact the meatpacking bid at all?
I have not, no.
I would do that just to give them a heads up. They're very good at knowing every little thing better than we do on this block, I think.
Great.
The office can give you their contact info if you don't have it.
Thank you. And again, our entire purpose here is just to ensure a smooth drop off. We don't want Sprinter vans dropping passengers off. There's no parking in that curb lane anyway at that point in time. It's just for pedestrian safety at that point. And during the daytime, totally happy to work with any of the local businesses. If they need to make deliveries, we're not holding all this parking for the whole day just for 8 p.m. at night.
That's where the meatpacking bid can help you. Like if any of them have any issues or they need to coordinate something coming in your space during that time, they can help you.
Great, thank you. We'll reach out to them.
Anybody else have anything? Okay,
Thank you.
thank you very much, Louis.
Thanks, Louis.
Need it. Okay, next we have Poly Market Store, 7th Avenue South. I'll promote Philip.
You got it?
Yep. Hi, Philip. Can you hear us? If you're trying to speak, you're on mute. You just need to unmute. I can try unmuting you. Philip, are you there?
All right, can you hear me?
Yes, hi.
All right, hey, William, sorry about that.
No problem.
Let me get some video going here too. All right, there we go. All right,
Welcome.
Good evening, everyone. Yes, good to see everybody again. My name is Phil Provost. I am the one of the principals of PSP Media Inc. And we are going to be doing a pop-up grocery store for Poly Market. For those of you who didn't read the New York Times article last Sunday, Poly Market is a prediction website that basically offers people to test their prediction skills, on political, social, and sports outcomes. So kind of to promote their site and kind of in honor of Mandami's election, we are going to be doing a free grocery store. So so basically most of the event is going to be going on inside at 137 7th Avenue South between Charles and West 10th. Will be on the east side of 7th Avenue. Sidewalk is very wide there. So we are going to have a line queue with security there. We already talked with the 6th precinct about that today. They made sure we were going to keep way more than 5 feet of unobstructed pedestrian passage there, and they're signing off on it, so that's good. And it's going to be pretty simple because most of the event again is going to happen inside. We are going to let about 6 to 7 people in at one time to get their free groceries, and then they go about their way. There's going to be no celebrities, no influencers there, no stickering, no other out-of-home advertising or guerrilla advertising to promote it. It will just solely be promoted on social media. No amplified sound. I think really the only other thing that's going to be going on outside of the store is we'll have just some sort of like a West Side Market or something, just sort of like some boxes of like display fruit there, some flowers and like plastic vases and stuff. Only going to be about 6 feet. It's going to be adjacent to the store, similar to like a regular grocery store, like a West Side Market. And that's pretty much it. I mean, it's going to be pretty simple, and most of the event is going to be going on inside.
Is it a timed entry or people just show up and stand in line?
It's going to be some timed. It's not a ticketed event for sure, Erica, but it's going to be, people will be able to show up. We're going to keep the crowds very much under control with security, keeping it very much under control. As I talked to Detective Chan over at the Community Affairs Office at 6th Precinct. So it's just going to kind of be like the community showing up and people showing up and just sort of getting their free groceries. Yeah, so pretty simple.
I mean, if it's 1,500 people over 5 days, that's 300 people a day, and only 6 to 7 can go in inside. Like the line, especially if it's like free groceries, I feel like this line can be pretty significant. Are you guys anticipating that as well?
No, not necessarily. It's not like it's in, on Broadway in Soho or anything. It's on 7th Avenue. We're going to keep it very much under control. I mean, I'm going to be there, keeping an eye on it and stuff. Yeah, it's actually now going to be, we actually cut a day off of it. It's now just going to be the 12th to the 15th. So it's going to be 4 days.
Can you define what free groceries means to you?
Yeah, it's prepackaged stuff. Yeah, so it's not going to be any kind of like prepared foods or anything else like that, although we do have a health permit. It's just going to be things like bags of oranges, vegetables, packaged candy, packaged chips, just very simple prepackaged stuff. So nothing that's going to be prepared on site. And it's also a pretty small space. We're not using, if anyone's familiar with the address, we're not going to be using the second floor. We're just going to be using the first floor. And there's 2 fire exits on either side. It's sort of a unique sort of layout. It's about maybe 600, 700 square feet. It used to be a KitchenAid store where they would, sell their products there. There has been pop-ups done there in the past when I spoke to the real estate agent. So yeah, it's definitely been used for things before in the past.
Can you tell me, please, I'm trying to understand this. What is the purpose of this event?
It's really to promote Polymarket and just to sort of honor Mandami as the new mayor of New York, because his promises of free grocery stores and things like that. So it's just sort of like a little bit of a marketing play on it. So the good thing is that all the groceries at the end of the day are going to be donated to charity. So we're going to be to local food banks. So anything that's not given away that day, we are going to be giving to food banks. So there is a charitable element to it as well.
But you said it's 4 days. So are you going to be giving away each night that something that doesn't sell out or is not given out?
Oh, it's nothing's going to be sold. No, it's all going to be given away. Yeah.
I understand. I used the wrong word. But so if every day, if something is left over, is that what you're going to be given to the charities, or is it at the end of the 4th day?
Oh no, at the end of each night. Yeah, that's kind of the idea behind it. Yeah.
So which are the charities that you're going to be given to?
It's going to be different food banks. Probably my producer knows a little bit more about that than I do, but yeah, no, it's going to be different food banks, in the local, in the 5 boroughs.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Can you tell? I don't have a site map. I don't know if you do. Will, do you? I can't find one.
I definitely sent it to Florence for sure.
Can you tell us where you're thinking of running the line?
Yeah, Erica, it's going to be run on, so if you're facing 137 7th Avenue South, it'll be to the north of that.
Okay, so we're facing, this is the
yeah,
venue,
so kind of, yeah, like right to the left of the front door there, yeah.
and you're gonna run it this way.
Yeah, and it's gonna, yeah, exactly. And then the flower pots and the baskets and stuff are gonna be on the other side, yeah, on the right side if you're facing it.
Oh, I see, right here.
Yeah.
Okay, and have you guys reached out to this little wine shop right here?
We have not, no, I did not know we had to do that, but.
Yeah, can you do that and let them know this event's happening? And then also, I mean, I know you don't have a timed entry. Where are you guys gonna cut the line? Where are you saying you gotta come back? We're all full right now.
Yeah, we're gonna cut the line at about 60 people, I believe is the number we're thinking of.
Well, I mean, I'm more concerned of your permit is only for this block, so you can't go on to, is this Charles, I think?
Oh yeah, that's Charles, Erica. No, we're not going to be wrapping the line around. No, we're going to keep this very much under control.
And you'll cut it before you get in front of this business where it's gonna impede the entrance there?
Yeah, and Erica, I'm a native New Yorker, but I used to live in the village. But what's the wine store's name?
It is Pop the Cork.
Pop the Cork. Good name for a wine store.
There you go.
And sorry,
must
can you
have
repeat what are the hours that the store will be open?
Yeah, William, they're going to be open, pretty much like 9 to 6 on most days. I mean, if we're giving a lot of stuff away, we may shut it earlier. We're probably going to start breaking down most days around like 6:30, something like that.
And sorry, is that the 12th through the 16th, or is there like a setup day in there?
Yeah, no, I changed it with Halia over at SAPO. We cut a day off, so now it's just the 12th to the 15th.
12th to the 15th. Okay.
Yeah, I think
4 days.
Halia.
It's open for 4 days.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
I think my only concern, Philip, is that, I think this is one of the better giveaways that people do when they come in front of us. And, Poly Market's a big brand. And so
Yeah.
definitely I'd be very concerned about making sure that you guys are going to cut the line, just having that assurance.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, no, I get it. I mean, this certainly is not my first rodeo. I've done a lot of these events in New York. I've been doing this for 25 years. So, we know how to control the lines, and amazing, what Poly Market is, because until I started working with them, I had no idea who they were. So when I mention their name, not many people know who they are.
Well, what we can do is we can bet on Poly Market that they won't wrap around the line, and then we can make money if they do, and then that'll even things out.
Are you going to make the prediction on that, Eddie?
I think that's a conflict of interest for the board.
Do you know if this is, obviously in this picture, I don't live near here. Does anyone know if this is occupied now?
Yeah, Eric, when I did the walkthrough of the space, because we obviously had to do build out inside, I don't think it is. I think it's a vacant storefront.
Okay. Well, obviously if it's not, we'd like you to cut the line before it hits that door.
Yeah, no problem at all. Yep.
Okay, great.
I mean, do you know what the current legal status is of Poly Market? I mean, I think the CFTC's approved it for now, right? There's been some discussion.
100%. Yeah, William, their big competitor is Kalshi. They're another one of these prediction sites, and I know, they're all on the up and up. I mean, they're doing events all over the country. They're doing Super Bowl events. They're doing other things that we're actually doing for them. So yeah, they are fully approved to be taking wagers, let's call them. But it's it's kind of fun. I mean, it's not really like DraftKings or anything like that.
That was in December. They kind of got reapproved to come back to the US, I think.
Yeah,
Pretty recent.
I think they ran into, and I listen, I don't want to disparage myself or my client, but I think that they had some problem with the SEC at one point. But I think that was over.
Yeah, I think it was the CFTC. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but if you read the article in the Times, they're talking about them and Kalshi, and it's all been legalized, so and all kind of they pass muster.
Okay.
Cool, guys. Any other questions?
I think Pete has something if no one else from the board does. Pete, go ahead.
Yeah, hi, thank you.
Hey, Pete.
Hi. Looking at your paperwork, it says that there will be non-edible fruit displayed out front. It says that there will be prepackaged giveaways. I'm just curious, is this an actual grocery store with grocery items, or is it all faux as a lure to bring people into the space.
Oh, no, not at all. It's just like it's just sort of prop stuff in the front of the store. But no, inside it's all going to be edible stuff. No, it's we have a health permit too that we submitted. So yeah, we had to get that. So we're all good. But good question.
Sure, thank you.
Okay. Does anyone else have anything? Okay. Thanks a lot, Philip. Appreciate
All
it.
right, thanks, William. Thanks, everybody. Good seeing everyone. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bye.
So, okay, so next we have Kayali, 575 Broadway. McKenna. Hi, McKenna. Good to see you.
Hi, how are
Good
you?
to see you again. Yeah.
You too. Happy New Year. So for Kayali, it's a fragrance company. So, and they are promoting they're going to be in Sephora and they're just promoting that. And so they are for giveaways doing some like hot coffee, hot chocolate, and then they'll also be giving away little mini samples. And we won't be spraying anything on site, but we have a liability waiver that we provided to SAPO. And it's going to be in like an Airstream, but the Airstream you won't be able to walk inside of. It's just a service window that will be going up. The line will be queued walking the north, that will be on the west side of Broadway, and the line will be queued going north. And we'll have stanchion and ropes, and then we'll also have any barricades in case we need to migrate that line into the street for safety reasons. We'll have trash cans on site. We will be cleaning up trash throughout the day. We'll be removing trash back to our warehouse in Astoria and disposing that at the local facilities. And then there'll be no amplified sound. And I think that's it.
My first thing is, sorry, McKenna, I was just coming back, but is this Broadway between Prince and Houston?
Yes, correct.
Isn't this embargoed?
No, it's
But that's one further down.
yeah.
Prince and Spring, I think, is the embargo block.
That's right.
Oh, yes. Sorry, I thought there was another embargo citywide.
No, not citywide.
Yeah.
Okay, and sorry, what are the hours that it's going to be parked there?
We'll get there probably around like 8-ish in the morning, like 7:38 to begin setup, and then we'll open service at 11 a.m., 11 to 5, and then we'll break down after. And it's a 2-day event. It's a Friday and a Saturday.
Is the truck going to stay there overnight?
No, we're going to remove the truck overnight and bring it back to our warehouse, and then we'll come back.
And how many it's just coffee giveaways plus a skincare sample or
A little
sample?
fragrance sample. And then we have a liability waiver. We'll also present the liability waiver on location.
And what's your line plan again?
So we'll be on the west side of the block, and then we'll queue the line with stanchions, rope and stanchions going north on the sidewalk, and we'll have barricades in case we need to just to have for safety in case we need to migrate the line either way. But we don't anticipate that.
And how many samples are you bringing on the truck with you each day?
400.
And sorry, which way is the line running?
We'll be on the west side of the street, and the line will be going north.
Okay,
Right,
so it
because
would cut off
there's
at
the-
Austin.
Corner. It goes down the block.
Away
So it
from the
cut-
subway station. It won't run
Correct.
into
Away
that
from the,
subway
oh,
station.
yes, correct. It goes down the block, not wrapping the corner where the subway station is.
Okay.
It goes north toward Houston.
North toward Houston.
And I mean, I hope it doesn't get to Houston, but obviously you're not gonna let it wrap around Houston, right?
No, no.
Okay. And you said no amplified sound.
None.
And what's the you're gonna have like trash receptacles on site for cups and stuff?
Yes, we'll have trash and then we'll remove that at the end of, we'll be cleaning up throughout the day. If there's any on the floor, we'll remove it at the end of the day to our local, we have a warehouse in Astoria. So we'll bring it there and dispose of it at our local recycling and trash facilities.
Okay. Anything else from
No
the board?
stickers, no sidewalk things.
No.
How old is this company?
It's only a few years old, actually. I don't know off the top of my head because I don't work directly for the brand, but it's no more than 5 years old.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
You wanna go to Pete?
Pete? Yep, Pete.
Yeah. So 575 is and other stories next to Prada. And the storefront there has 3 doorways, whereas the Prada half of the building, I'm not suggesting to move in front of Prada because that's too close to the corner. But the Prada half of the building only has 1 doorway. And the current situation post snowstorm is that the west side of Broadway, for the full length because of the snow plows, is about 1/3 of the sidewalk is encased in ice about 2 feet high. So there is not curb frontage that's available. So that would mean the line, the queue, would be placed 4 or 5 feet away from the curb into the sidewalk towards the building. And looking at the weather forecast for the next 10 days, we're barely getting below freezing. So, I mean, barely getting above freezing, sorry. So I think you're going to run up against a large mound of ice where you want to put your queue.
Okay, and we would be able to move it into the street with barricades?
I'm sorry?
Because we also additionally have barricades that we would be able to bring the queue into the street and keep pedestrian safety with barricades.
I don't know that the ice will allow for that either, but
I think
Okay.
what she's saying is that we could possibly move the queue into the street if the sidewalk does not have enough available space for us to queue.
okay, well, there was yesterday, there was a food truck which is allowed to be there on Sunday. And because of the ice up against the curb, it couldn't park next to the curb. So it parked in a way that it was extended into the bus lane. NYPD had to deal with them because they were, we can't pretend the ice isn't there. It creates a situation that will not show up on your paper drawing.
Correct.
Okay, just want to make sure that everybody's aware, including SAPO.
I mean, the snow is tough. Like you have to keep 5 feet of pedestrian. I think Broadway's even supposed to be more. Do you have to hand them out from a truck window?
Because yes, because there's, I mean, we can do it another way. We can go down, I can go down tomorrow to like look at the block. But just because we'll have a guest or an ambassador standing outside and inside as well. So we can like find a way to pivot around.
I mean, obviously you can't be in the bus lane.
Correct.
And there's a mountain of ice. So like, what are you guys gonna do? Assuming it's not gonna melt, which I don't think it is.
No. We will go down tomorrow and assess the situation.
All right. Well, just stay out of the bus lane and make sure you have pedestrian right away. That's all we, don't stand in the middle of the sidewalk.
Yes, thank you.
Or we also shift to another portion of the block, like further south or somewhere where there's available space.
Well, that means we're not hearing possible, based on that, the local folks would not have an opportunity to comment because we wouldn't know where that would be.
It would be the same block, I'm saying, shifted down. We wouldn't be changing blocks necessarily.
Okay.
Is it the same snow condition and ice condition in the whole block?
I believe that based on my block, which is the block to the south between Prince and Spring, they have cleared the curb only at the bus zone. Every other part of the block is icebound on the west side and on both sides, but you're talking the west side. So
Okay,
I'm good.
anything else? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Next, we have the mirror event. Oh yeah, we're back to Laura. Hey, Laura. Go ahead.
Hi, okay, now we're at 21 Green Street. February 14th is the day of the guest queue that we're proposing for the curb lane. We have to capture the curb lane on February 13th.
Did we lose Laura? I'm gonna try re-promoting Laura.
You might have lost her while you're trying to promote her.
I don't know.
Hopefully I'm back.
Yep, you are.
Yes, welcome back.
Okay, hello, excellent. All right, I can start from the top. Pop up for Tresemme Hair Care brand, 21 Green Street is an event venue, and this is to promote the brand. We will not be blocking any no standing, no stopping, or in front of any bus stops or fire hydrants. We are putting the guest queue in the curb lane to leave the full sidewalk on the west side of Green Street between Canal and Grand Street completely unobstructed for the public. We're anticipating approximately 700 total guests over the course of the day, 150 at any time. The setup, like I said, will start on the 13th due to the parking regulations. The 13th is a Friday. At 9 a.m., we will start setting up the bike rack barricades. Breakdown is at 2:14 at, February 14th at 3 p.m. No scissor lifts, no generators, power tools. We're not serving food or drink. There's no giveaways. There's no amplified sound. Social media promotion, no stenciling, stickering, or chalk. No celebrities or influencers. It's bike rack barricades, 2 security officers to ensure that the line is cut at the end of our bike rack setup, and it's timed and ticketed entrance. I hit the safety. Brand ambassadors will be picking up any trash that is there, and the venue is ADA compliant.
How long are you gonna run the barricades? Like all the way?
No. We have proposed, hold on. Make sure. It's approximately 175 feet.
Are you gonna go south from the venue or north?
We're going, well, right now we're anticipating, we've got to check the conditions because as Pete pointed out in the last one, that we've got to see what kind of snow and ice. We are proposing from 21 Green going north towards Grand, but we're going to have to see.
I actually walked this block today. It's bad. Like there was like one person walking and I was walking and it's like so single file that we had to like scooch.
Okay. We're gonna have to check out the curb lane
Yeah.
again.
And then there's like the trash piled on top of the ice.
Oh,
So
that's
it's
always
like
fun.
quite high. So you should check this out because on my walk, my office is around the corner, and I specifically walked down to Tribeca after work, and I was like, oh, it's terrible.
Wonderful.
Maybe we need like a comment this month in like all of our resos that's, you know,
Yeah.
being unable to necessarily, you know, depending on ice conditions, the 5-foot walkway pedestrian pathway may not be possible to be maintained even when it normally would.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking out loud in general.
No, I think that, I mean, definitely in Soho, like these are already small sidewalks, and with the ice, it's tough.
At 21 Green, I always do the curb because that's
You-
the
you
way.
run,
I mean,
you run this venue really well. We appreciate it.
And we've checked that you checked, Laura, that the curb lane now is free of snow and ice?
we have not checked it
Okay.
as yet. No.
Well, I mean, all that we ask is obviously that you, if the curb lane is covered, that you do not move onto the sidewalk because.
Oh, no. We're not there. That would just be a nightmare beyond. No, there is no option of going onto the sidewalk at 21 Green. Here's where we can use the curb, whatever spaces. If it means we have to break it up, I've requested 175 feet. So I have to put a little bit of the line north of the venue and a little bit of the line south of the venue, at least to, you know, kind of get the spaces for these guests. That's what we'll have to do. We're going to have to roll with it, or pray that the ice melters come down to Soho.
Sounds good.
Anybody else? Anybody else? Okay.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thanks.
Thanks, Laura.
Bye-bye.
It. Okay. Next, Briogeo. I really feel like I'm pronouncing everything wrong today.
I think it's Briogeo.
Briogeo.
I feel like I'm good this month because everything's fashion or beauty.
Hi, Erica. Yes, it is Briogeo. I'm Kristen, guys. I'm the Director of Operations at Patrick J. Clayton Productions, and Briogeo is one of our clients. And we are activating at 22 Wooster Street next Saturday, February 14th. And just some background, Briogeo, for those who don't know, it is hair care. So with this consumer activation, they're looking it's fully indoors, by the way. And they're looking to educate consumers on the importance of scalp wellness. Also, this is my first time meeting with you guys, so if I miss anything, please let me know. We can have
Sorry, Kristen, really fast. What did you say the address was?
It's 22 Wooster Street.
Thank you.
And we're looking to add to the line formation. It's between Grand and Canal. So when let's say you're walking outside of 22 Wooster, we're going south. That's where the line formation would be, up to Canal, and we would ensure that there wouldn't be any turning. We have 2 security guards for hire, 4 brand ambassadors, 2 project managers, and then 3 PJCP staff, all rotating. We all know it's cold outside, so they'll be just rotating throughout the day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., which is when we're activating on Saturday. And we'll have stanchions, so that'll ensure just single file. Thursday, February 12th is when we'll be setting up. Friday, February 13th, we are doing media sessions, but this will just be an influencer event, so there will not be any lines outside. It's just people coming in throughout the day. Saturday, as I said, this is consumer from 10 to 6, and then Sunday, there will be a breakdown from 9 to 3. We will not need any scissor lifts, no painting, generators, power tools. We will not be serving any food or drink. There is no amplified sound. We will be giving small travel size Briogeo products. There will be no sidewalk stickering, no stenciling, or no chalking, no celebrities or influencers. As I said, we're going to have those security guards, brand ambassadors, stanchions, and about 5-6 people from the PJCP side. And yeah.
So all of this is happening inside 22 Worcester, that it's It's
22 Booster, this
there's
activation
nothing.
is fully happening indoors. We're not
Okay.
doing anything outside. The only sense of branding that we're providing is going to be decals on the windows. We were considering putting a sandwich board, like a small sandwich board just outside of the venue, but if that obstructs any pedestrian walkways, we can eliminate that and just leave that inside.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing's going outside except stanchions. I think I originally requested the sidewalk and the curb lane, but just again, we've activated at 42 Grand Street. I don't know if that's your jurisdiction, and we didn't have to meet with the community board, so I'm just a little curious, like, do you recommend I just stick to the sidewalk, or should I do the curb lane in this neighborhood?
So this is the same, you guys, I'm talking to mostly Eddie, Will, and Rocio. This is the same venue that was hosting that album release thing.
22 Booster Street?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I thought because I met with the owners because they said this was a new location that they acquired and it was an art gallery and that we would be one of the first activations there. Interesting.
We had one last month. It was an album release. It is an art space, and now they're leasing it out apparently. But
Oh,
here's
wow.
here's
Okay.
our issue. I'll kind of just refresh the board and also you. Oh, here, let me share my screen. So like this area of Soho is like deeply inundated,
Mhm.
and our issue. Oh, sorry. Here you go. Can you see it?
Yep, I can see.
Our issue. It's this thing, right?
Okay.
So our issue is that this is already a pretty narrow sidewalk.
Mhm.
And then you have this tree pit. So basically there is no room right here to run a line and keep a 5-foot pedestrian space. You see what
Okay.
I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, see, this person takes up like half that, so we're like pretty. So I would say what we recommended the last applicant who did something at this location to do is to keep the sidewalk clear and use the curb lane.
Okay,
Take the
yeah,
curb
we
lane
can
and
do
queue
that.
in the curb lane. I don't
Okay.
know if the rest of the board still agrees. I would love to hear from you guys, but just refreshing last month's discussion here.
Sure. And I guess
And you
with
can't really go this way because it's like this comes out, there's more tree pits, you don't.
Exactly. And it just felt like this block is longer, so it just made more sense to use this one. Now, I guess my main question is, if we're using the curb lane, would you recommend barricades or should we just stick with classic stanchion?
You have to have
You
barricades for
have
sure.
to.
Okay. Sure.
Otherwise, it's a liability for people to get hit.
Okay.
Maybe you should talk with Laura, who was just speaking, because she does this all the time and
Yeah.
they're very good at it.
Okay. Wonderful.
The other thing is just refreshing so this is a good block because, you know, you don't have residents above. However, this is totally residential.
Yeah.
Right across the street, this whole
Mhm.
block is residential. So
Yeah.
we'd ask that you do reach out. You can like make little flyers. You can see if you
Okay.
can like get into like the doorman or whatever the situation is. But we just ask that you let them know what's going on, who it's for, and give them a day of on-site contact in case there's like loitering or people are smoking outside or something, who they
Right.
can call to like get something fixed while it's happening.
Of course.
Cool. I feel like we can almost have like pre-programmed responses by venue.
Yeah.
We should start doing that because there's just so many pop-ups now.
Yeah,
Soho is just the hotspot, guys.
it's true. And then are you gonna, Kristen, you're gonna run your line south, right? Obviously you'll cut it before it gets to Canal because there's no way you can run a line on Canal.
Yes, of course. That's where it gets a little too crazy. Yeah, and like I said, I'll be there. I'll be the point of contact all day along with my senior production manager. And then we'll have 2 security guards, 4 brand ambassadors, and then 3 just PJCP staff. We've done this before for different events throughout the city, so we're very like on top of staff and making sure that the line stays in control.
Great.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you
Yeah.
guys.
Anybody else?
Yeah.
Where we go? Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thanks,
Bye.
Kristen. Okay, next we have Canada Goose. I wasn't sure if they signed up to join us.
I think they never did.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like we've heard them like, oh, pretty frequently.
They do their beverage cart in the same spot, but when Chanel comes back into that space, I feel like they're gonna have to pivot.
Well, I asked Florence if it was did we get a response if this was actually a FYI?
I don't know. I don't think
Do
so.
we know?
She didn't respond.
I didn't have that one, no.
Okay, so it's not a renewal? Okay.
They do this a lot. If you guys haven't heard any problems with it, then, you know, I
I
mean, they
have their
should show
site
up.
plan if you want it.
What's that?
I found their site plan on Florence's computer if you need it.
We'll deny him for no show probably, but
They're not here, so we have to deny it.
Okay. Let's move on to the next. Bronx and Banco. Sophie, let me promote you. Hi, Sophie.
Who's my deputy with me as well. Hi. We're happy to talk. We've actually not met Community Board 2, so happy to be introduced.
Welcome.
So, do you have our site plan, Will? We'd love to walk you through everything so that we can go through every single detail to make sure we capture any thoughts or concerns of the Community Board and make sure we present them to our client and sort of tell you a little bit about what we're doing.
Okay. I have the permit packet. So
Right.
Cool. I think what may be, because there's a lot of moving parts for this, I think what may be useful is if we are able to share our screen and
Sure.
walk you through what we're aiming to do.
Great. Yep. Thank you.
So our client, Bronx and Banco, it's run by Natalie DeBanco, a young female designer who's not a huge name, but we're excited for her to hopefully do this. And what we're hoping to do is shut a very small segment of 14th Street to the west of Washington, taking into account, we do this a lot, and it's very important to us that we really do not be disruptive and respect the businesses and surrounding residents of the area, and also make it a bit of a community moment and invite them to enjoy it as well. The good thing about this is we're aiming to do it on Sunday, February 15th. It will be early, so it'll be out and totally out everyone's head by midday before most stores even open. There's only one shop across from the Highline stages where we'll be staging all of our back of house, which is Diane van Furstenberg. She is a CFDA patron, so we've been in touch with them to sort of let them know that we're hoping to do this. We've of course been in touch with the city, the NYPD, and of course the MTA. And as a general overview, we would not be putting anything outside. The closure would be very short, about 90 minutes. We've, of course, thought about the buses and the impact of the buses. Another reason why we have decided to do this to the west of Washington Street and primarily on the south side of 14th, because the north side is an active bus lane. There's two bus stops on that street, one of which will not be impacted whatsoever, and the other one we would intend to move about 100 or 200 feet towards 9th Avenue. We're pending whatever the MTA is going to suggest we do, and of course we will make sure that there's appropriate personnel at the existing bus stop on the north side to advise anybody who is waiting or trying to get the bus and escort them to where the bus would be. So we're essentially trying to do this small show for 90 people, and no celebrities, no pre-marketing. It's invite only, if you will. No step and repeat, no risers for the photography, and it's all very deliberate. And no giveaways, no food and beverage. The speakers, the sound for the show will be piped from the entryway of the Highline, because we don't want to encumber the street sort of in terms of square footage to put anything on the street. So it will be firing from that, and it will only be going for about the 8 to 9 minutes of the show.
From Highline Stages.
Exactly, beg your pardon,
Yeah.
from Highline Stages. We'll take you through the site plan so you can see what we kind of have in terms of our ideas or our implementations of making sure that we're not blocking any egress, and the fact that we have the meatpacking promenade, and Kevin and Evan have been so wonderful, very sweetly, sort of to let us use their promenade, which has actually freed up the entirety of the curb lane. So if whoever's out there on a Sunday morning in this cold, will have sort of unencumbered access to businesses, and well, the one business that will be potentially, well, actually they're not open until midday, at which point we're gone. But of course, we're very conscious to make sure parks and the High Line itself is not obstructed, to make sure that there's free access to people coming and going. So the sidewalk on the north side of the street is, we want to make sure that there's a special area in case the public do want to watch. We want them to get a great view. So we're exclusively sort of cordoning that off for public spectators. If they don't want to watch and they want to carry on and go about their day, we'll have escorts helping them across the street to carry on their journey on the south sideline curb lane, and to carry on there. But that north sidewalk, I beg your pardon, it's actually only in front of here. It's actually only in front of the High Line, if I show you here, where it says public and community viewing. So this area here will invite the public to come and watch from here. If not, we'll help them across the street and up on the other sidewalk, the south sidewalk. In terms of our guests and their entry, when it comes to the idea is, we didn't put anything on the north side of the street to keep the bus lane open for as long as possible. There's the only thing going outside that is not already on the street already is one line of 90 chairs, and that will be put there behind a bike rack. We're aiming to just do that about an hour before the show, and then during the about half an hour before our arrivals start, we'll move that bike rack to across 14th Street, and then our guests will arrive from the southwest corner of Washington and 14th, and on foot, because they will be having brunch at Serafina. Am I right? Yes. Ahead of time, which is lovely for them. And in terms of our operational plan, we're very sort of, we've learned that you can't have enough security, in truth, and enough people saying things and moving people around. The beauty of this is, whereas I thought we were going to need to swallow sidewalk real estate, we actually don't, because we do have this area of the promenade that is very large, and they would like us to utilize it, which takes us, we don't need to use any of the sidewalk whatsoever. So it'll be nice and clear. We'll be able to pull everybody into that little sort of pen ahead of time. The NYPD have not quite decided how they would like to redirect traffic, but there's only 9 cars, I believe, that are going to do drop-offs, in which case they'll come down 14th, drop off on the corner of Washington, and then carry on their way. And then, I think that's really it. We have the pedestrian escorts on both sides of the road to help people who don't want to stay and watch. But anybody who is coming down, walking down the street and asks, we will of course invite them. I really don't think at 11 a.m. on a Sunday morning there will be too many, but just in case, we want to make sure that they feel included. In terms of this is just a small visual. It's not entirely accurate, I think, at this point, because these, if you can imagine now, we're just putting in front of these planters, we're just putting one single line of chairs the entire way down the street. Stops about 50 feet short of the egress onto the High Line. We just wanted to make sure that the city really knew we're taking it seriously, any impact that we would be making, to keep it to a real minimum. These were the buses. There's 4 buses that we would be potentially impacting. We're waiting to hear back from the city what their suggestion is. If they would like to move the bus stop across, towards 9th, we'll just have to make sure And we will make sure that there's communications and someone there advising people of where they can catch the bus, because I'd hate, little old lady not knowing where she's going. So that's the sort of the top line. Of course, you have this data pack with you. I think that you probably have a lot of questions, and we'd be delighted to understand them all and to relay, of course, any of your queries or qualms or ideas back to the client.
I think it seems pretty clear that it's very well thought out. I guess one
Brilliant.
question
That
I would.
means a lot. We want to get invited back, so it's important to us that we don't annoy everybody.
Yeah.
We like to leave with a good taste in everyone's mouth. That's for sure.
Okay. I guess one question I would have is there a reason this application wasn't structured as a full street closure?
I
Because
think
it does
on
look
our,
like we're fully closing the street.
it is, and that may be our bad on the. It says share your latest plan for the dates and hours of your activation, as well as the setup for timing and breakdown. And we put it in as where we were putting our setup and breakdown, versus we didn't realize at that point we were supposed to caveat what permits we'd filed with the city and the SAPO office.
Yeah, I would just think it should be, you should maybe talk to SAPO about changing the permit, because
they're very well aware. So if that hasn't been changed on theirs, we have a walkthrough with them on Thursday. Am I correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they know that we were aiming for both a north and south sidewalk, a south curb lane, and then a half an hour full closure as well. Because we're also leaning on the NYPD to lend us barriers to make sure our people are penned in to give that 15. So we're quite lucky because at least that sidewalk is very wide, but we're still able to kind of do this and leave 15 feet of sidewalk on the south side. So it's quite luxurious from a real estate standpoint, particularly versus Soho.
You have a walkthrough with SAPO on Thursday?
I believe so.
I wonder, Mark, I can't go, Will, but I like when they loop us in and invite us.
I'm sorry, do you need something?
Yeah, can you see, I mean, I don't know if any of us can even go, but just in general, when SAPO schedules walkthroughs, if we can be included.
I haven't received an invite in quite a while, but I will always loop over to you guys.
They have a walkthrough with SAPO Thursday, and I thought it was weird we hadn't received an invite or heard of it.
I consider that weird. I consider that problematic too.
But if it's useful, I will definitely, when we go back, as we've got to confirm all of it, I'll definitely suggest to them that they send an invite to you. Perhaps that would be useful as well.
Thanks. Mark can liaise as well. He's pretty close.
Okay.
And you said you've been in contact with the bid?
Is that the Meatpacking Association?
Yeah.
Yes. Evan and Kevin.
Yes.
They're lovely. They've been very kind. They're very, very excited for us to use their promenade. So that's great. I mean, all of this is snow willing, weather willing, right? We can but dream. Send us good thoughts.
Okay.
Pete has his hand up, Will.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a quick one.
Sure, what is this? This is Bronx and Banco, so 14.
Mark,
Hello?
if you wouldn't mind muting.
Yeah, I was just wondering, could you describe what the promenade is?
Sure. It's a small, I would say, a section of the road that the Meatpacking Association have essentially developed, and right now it's a sort of an area behind 3 or 4 large boulders, and there's another sort of slightly more developed with some sort of tables and chairs area that's not on the. Peter, the best way to describe it is they've used the curb lane as sort of a a pedestrianized area, if you will. Right now, it's just full of snow, but it's sort of a pedestrian area, not on the sidewalk, but actually in the street. That's sort of semi-permanent. Like you couldn't move the boulders or anything. You can't move the tables and chairs that are there. So it works quite well for capturing our guests coming and then making sure that the public behind have one, enough space, but two, they can then see as well from behind.
Okay, so it's actually the public roadway. Okay, thank you.
Of course, absolutely.
I'm sorry, that was somebody trying to access the meeting. They're up next. So there is a site visit planned for this,
Yes.
and
there
it's
is-
Thursday.
Am I right to think that?
Yes, it's Thursday at 2:30 right now.
And okay, great. Thank you.
Of course. Be delighted to have you all. You guys know this, you know better than us what we're going to face. So, I mean, we've done a lot in this city, but this is the first on 14th between Washington and 10th.
Okay.
I'll just say appreciate the thoughtfulness with the bus rerouting. That was my main concern, and it feels like it was adequately thought through. So thank you for your diligence there.
Always.
Okay, thank you so much. We
Great.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. I think that takes us to our last one, which is the first job confessional. Is that
This was
Arthur? Or
I'm guessing that's Arthur because that was the person who just called.
I'm promoting you, Arthur.
Okay, do you have me now?
Yes, welcome.
Okay, apologies. I just got back from California. I told Florence I just got back from the airport, so
Welcome back.
thank you.
So if you could just go ahead and give us an overview of this application, please, that would be great.
Okay. It's in March 6th and 7th. It's 4 hours each day for 2 days. I don't have the drawings yet on it. It's only one booth that's 8 foot by 8 foot by 8 foot, and pretty much what it's going to be is for people to the gist behind it is for people that do their first job interview. You know, it's like a confessional about how they felt about their first job interview. And that's what it's going to be. It's going to be promoted on social media. I don't have the platform, and I don't have any other drawings for it as of yet. I've been dealing with Evan, you know, but we haven't gone in anything further than getting the application in. I haven't gotten from the job confessional people on exactly what they're doing there, with the exception of that's the size of it, and that it's going to be promoted on social media. And McDonald's also is going to be a sponsor for it.
And sorry, is there a brand or a company associated? Did you say?
McDonald's, it's McDonald's is the one that's going to be sponsoring it, and it's going to be by trying to get that. I'm sorry, I just grabbed my stuff and tried getting on here so that I made it to get on.
You're good.
The actual client is McDonald's.
Okay.
Okay, so it's a McDonald's branded pop-up where people are going to be going in on the plaza. It's like a little booth.
Yes, correct.
8 feet by 8 feet.
By 8 feet, 8 feet wide, 8 feet high, 8 feet deep, and the queue line.
Do they get anything, or what's the incentive to participate in this?
The incentive to participate in it is if they do it, they're going to be getting a $15 McDonald's gift card.
Are there like giveaways of?
Yeah, if they participate, if they come there when they put it out on their social media platform, if they come there and do the interview, they're going to get a $15 McDonald's gift card.
Okay, but there's no food or beverage giveaway on
No.
the spot.
No food, no beverage, nothing else. The load-in is there's a 2-hour load-in and a 2-hour load-out, for it. So it's not a big setup. And
So this is on the 6th. Yeah.
Friday the 6th from activation from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturday the 7th from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m.
Is there any amplified sound?
No amplified sound.
So there's no generator or anything? It's using the hookup on the plaza?
I got to talk to Evan about using their hookup on the plaza, but if there is a generator, it'd be a small 3500 generator, only because there's minimal power that's needed for this.
Yeah, I think if it's just a booth and you're not cooking or having any sound, I imagine the hookup should work.
There should be enough amperage there, but again, I didn't confirm that with Evan.
So it's just a shed with McDonald's branding, people going in, doing some sort of interview, and then getting a coupon and leaving.
I'm leaving. That's it. Yes, sir.
Okay. Have you
And
thought
will
about the
you-
line management?
yeah.
People
Will you
often.
talk through the line, like where and how many and times or not?
But we're using the main plaza on the main Gainesville Plaza, which is very, very big compared to the of what we're using there. So everything, the line would be in the plaza itself, would be within the plaza itself.
So
And
just
can you
snake the
make-
line like most people do, right? You would
Yeah, they
snake the
do
line.
like a Disney setup, like with the rope and stanchions.
And you'll make sure the line doesn't extend beyond the plaza limits?
Not beyond the plaza, and will not go into the crosswalk areas of the plaza. We're situated exactly where anywhere in the plaza is fine with this. So wherever Evan's happy with us putting putting the studio, so to speak, and the best place to line up the people, so it doesn't interfere with the pedestrians that are walking through the area.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm good.
Anything else? Okay. All right. Thanks, Arthur.
William, thank you for your time, and again, sorry for jumping on the call late, but actually it was perfect timing, right? I got on right at the end of the 14th guy.
It was perfect timing. Worked out.
Thank you very much, guys. You have a good evening. Stay warm.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay. So we're gonna go into business session.
Any FYI renewals we want to peek at?
We usually do that at the end. We usually do that at the end. Is any public comment on FYI renewals? If not, we can go. We can just talk about it in business session. Okay. Okay, so let's start with Coffee Laneige. I guess that's a sort of mandatory deny just because of the location.
Yeah, agree.
5-foot path impossible. We should have Florence continue to highlight this location as an issue when she puts in comments.
Yeah.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Abstain, recuse? Okay, so it's unanimous deny. Problematic location, highlight problematic location. Okay, so the DKNY Little Sweet Treat. I think it's generally fine. I mean, it's a popular brand, but they aren't giving away that many per day. I feel like it'll run out before the 6 hours are over.
Yes.
Well, before that.
Yep.
And we'll with all of these, we'll add in some sort of modifier about the snow.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Okay, so we're all okay with approve of that? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, abstain, recuse? Okay. So that's for both, right? Yeah. The next is the team by two. I think that's a no-show deny.
Yep.
Yep.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstain, recuse? Okay. Carolina Herrera. I think that one's fine.
Yep.
That's gonna be pretty quick and I don't think there'll be a huge line outside. So are we all okay with approving that?
Yep.
Yep.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstain, recuse? Okay. The Mew.
That was better.
Yeah, I'm getting there. That's just staging for guest entrance into the after party, right? And that's in the curb lane.
Yeah, it's just parking for those Sprinter vans.
Yeah. So all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, abstain, recuse? Okay. Poly Market, I think is fine. It'll draw a crowd, but I think that's a very wide sidewalk. That's like where there used to be like a Dominique Ansel in that place, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I texted Will this that Kalshi, one of their competitors, is also doing a free grocery thing that they just announced in like 2 days, just outside of the district on, 3rd and 14th or something.
Why? I don't get it. Free
They
go-
must have gotten wind that
Yeah, they like try
Poly
and
Market was doing this.
jump ahead with their own viral thing. I don't know. It seems dumb. And
Sure. Free groceries for everyone.
yeah, I'm not going to complain, but silly.
All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstain, recuse?
I'm just gonna have Florence note that it's critical, like we expect a crowd, so it's critical that they cut the line before Charles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kayali, I think.
Wrap around.
Yeah.
Yeah, if there's any
Ali, I get-
like that one that you want us to submit comments on tomorrow morning, please send them and we'll be glad to do so.
We will.
Okay.
Thanks, Mark.
Thanks, Mark. Yeah, so Kayali, I think it's a standard coffee truck, but it now seems maybe they can't park there because of the ice and snow. So I think
I'm betting we're going to have similar challenges in other places. We just don't know at the current moment that we don't have firsthand validation that they are blocked with snow. So
yeah, we just have to highlight the ice and snow issue for all of these.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I'm okay with this. Yeah.
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 Okay. All in favor? Approval?
Aye.
Aye.
Oppose, abstain, recuse. Okay.
I also have to say I did consider at some point thinking about suggesting some people just bring some shovels, and if you want space, you got to make it yourself. But I wasn't sure if
maybe that's what they'll have to do. Shovel out a spot.
Bring a heat blower.
Yeah. Okay, the mirror. This is just the curb lane queue with bike racks, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's fine. It keeps people off the sidewalk.
Pending snow.
Yeah. So we all okay with that?
Yep.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstain, recuse. Okay. Briggio?
Briogio?
Briogio.
Oh man, Briogio. Okay. I think that's fine with the condition of moving it into the curb lane, right?
Yeah.
Which they agreed to do.
Sounds like that's gonna be our new favorite venue. The
That
venue
information.
owner told her she's one of the first. She's the first. Except for the one we had last month.
All right, all in favor on that one?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Canada Goose, I guess, is denied because we couldn't confirm if it's actually a renewal. Does anyone remember if we heard them?
Well, I mean, they've done it before, but I don't know if this is like the exact date or they're renewing it. They've come before us on this specific idea like 3 times.
They have?
Yeah.
Should we just
Then-
reach out to them? I mean, as far as I'm aware, you guys tell me they haven't been problematic operators, and if they're going to do this
I think-
regularly,
I think I'm fine putting it as a renewal. It does say on the application that they've done it before, and as long as we've heard from them, and they were not problematic.
Yeah, I think they're fine.
I think the only problem that I remember many years ago was that people were protesting because they were using the goose.
Yeah.
That was so long time ago, but I guess people got over that. Hopefully.
Oh yeah,
PETA.
I remember that. Oh yeah, okay. They have done it before.
They
I
are
found
renewals.
Yeah, they've
I
done it like
found
3 or
it.
4 times.
I found it. So this actually should have been classified as a renewal. So let's just move it to the renewal.
Okay.
Great.
Right. So we should approve it as a,
Well-
as a
Yeah, we'll vote on all the renewals together. Okay, the Bronx and Banco. I don't know. I'm fine with it if it's like moved to a full street closure, which they said it should be because SAPO's aware of it because it is actually a full street closure.
Their presentation said full street closure for 90 minutes. Which-
Yeah, it's just different from the application, but yeah.
Big bucks for full street closure. They got to pay up.
Yeah. So I'm fine approving that just on the condition that we double check that it's actually the right filing. I mean, we'll just check with SAPO. It won't have to be in the reso. So are we all in favor of that?
Yeah. Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Impose, abstain, recuse. And then the McDonald's booth. I guess I'm fine with that. It sounds pretty unimpactful compared to some of the stuff we've seen on the plaza.
Yeah, I was going to say, seems like a pretty smaller thing.
I feel like as long as they're working with Evan and the
Yeah.
bid, they'll like keep it under control.
Yeah, agree. All in favor?
Aye.
Hey,
will they have any priests there?
McDonald's priests, Rocio.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't know. Okay. So now we're adding Canada Goose to the FYI renewal.
Yeah.
Does anyone have comments on any of those? If not, I would suggest we approve.
Second.
Okay, all
Yeah.
in favor?
Good. Aye.
Oppose, abstain, recuse. Okay,
never forget the Triangle Shirtwaist Fire.
no.
Tragique.
Any new business?
I am doing the New York City Trash Academy. And so
Nice.
I'm finding it a fun and interesting experience. It's mostly an online self-directed course, but I will go through it and then perhaps we can make a link somewhere or something as a community resource that this is a fun thing to do.
Great. Pete, go ahead. We'll reopen the public session. Go ahead.
I just want to let you know that we got word, I'm on the board of the Soho Broadway Initiative. I'm not speaking on behalf of them, just letting you know that the containerization that DOT the city is requiring of all the bids for the side corner baskets when they take the bags out, that the placement of those containers is being decided now by DOT. And apparently we will be hearing about the locations within the SBI district within the next couple of weeks. So I'm thinking that probably applies to a number of other bids in CB2.
Interesting.
Okay, that's really helpful to know. Yeah, would you be able to share that info with us when you have it?
I will find out if I can do that. Susan Wittenberg is the liaison for Community Board 2 and SBI, so I can talk to her. And I've been encouraging folks at SBI to communicate with Community Board 2 on any number of things. So we'll see where that all goes. But I will try to get you the clarity on that because these will be placed in the street.
And how large are those?
It depends on the number of the more active intersections will have larger containers because there will be more bags that need to be containerized. They remove the garbage from the corner baskets, and the city has determined that the bids are required to containerize all of those bags for later pickup rather than stacking them as bags. So this is, yeah, I can see in your, so there are some unknowns at this point, which we will know more hopefully in the next couple of weeks.
Well, it's great. Yeah, no, thanks a lot for the heads up. I wasn't aware that that was about to come through.
And thank you for all your good work tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pete.
All right. With that, I think everybody else good? Any other business? If not, we can adjourn.
Sounds good to
Okay.
me. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Thanks, everybody.
Well, what happened to everybody? How